Well, well, well. Here we are. Another rainy afternoon. Raise your hand if you're tired of the rain. Man, this is getting old. Thankfully, there is better news on the horizon. We will get to the weather information momentarily. But first, let's get to this. Sing along. I'm sure you know the words by now. Our official show open.
It's time to go. Outside it's raining cats and dogs.
Again.
Someone told me it's about to snow. Have a need of a friend, you know. PittsburghWeatherNow.com. And we're starting the show. Da 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 da. When it stays around my sunny days, wash away the rain. Ever doing a flip-flop down the avenue? Dress up like an Eskimo. It's going weather to change my sweater now. All I need is WhiteBoard weather.
There you go. And we are off and running. All right. Remember that saying, rain, rain, go away? I don't even know if that's going to help at this point. Man, it has been a soggy, beyond soggy, a depressingly soggy 3-day stretch of weather. And I think just about everyone's had their fill. Now, the good news is, and I always try and find at least a little bit of a silver lining, the good news is there are no severe thunderstorms moving through the area this afternoon. It is rain, which is probably the last thing many of us need, given the saturation of the ground. And it will continue to see some rain moving across the area for the next few hours, I think until the early part of the evening. And then we're going to start to see some gradual improvement heading into and through the upcoming weekend. So we'll put an end to this rainy pattern that has plagued us since the earlier part of the week. So we will get to those details in just a moment. But first, let us allow more people to join, and then we'll get into the thick of the conversation. First off, I will share this with you. Allergy report. This was from this morning. This is probably a little bit different this afternoon. The rain coming down certainly knocks a lot of the allergens out of the atmosphere and the air. So the trees and the grasses, which were reported moderate this morning, are probably in the lower range as we head through the afternoon with some of the rain falling across the area. I want to take you to PittsburghWeatherNow.com, and this is our photo gallery page. We've uploaded some new photos, so be sure to check out either the spring sports, the spring photos, the Pittsburgh photos, the weather photos, or the landscape photos. We have a number of galleries in our photo gallery that always continues to get larger as we upload more photos. Now, here on the home page, we have our weather fun fact of the day. There you see right there, talking about hurricanes actually. Hurricane season begins officially on Saturday. Atlantic hurricane season talks about the fewest number of named storms in any particular season. And we also have our golf forecast for the weekend located right there on the home page as well. So if you're planning on heading to the golf course, want to get a tee time, check out the golf forecast. The course is, I'm sure, pretty soft. So keep that in mind. Everything is soft across the area. All right. Some birthdays today that we have. Not a big birthday day. Winona Judd celebrating her birthday today. CeeLo Green and Gale Sayers. If you're an NFL fan from days gone by, you probably remember Gale Sayers. And perhaps you remember him from the movie Brian's Song. It was about Gale Sayers and his really good friend and teammates, Brian Piccolo. That movie still gets me every time I watch it. But Gale Sayers, 76 years old today. Today is National Creativity Day today, asking you to explore your creativity, whether that be artistically, musically, whatever the case may be. It's also National Water a Flower Day today. You don't have to take care of that yourself. Mother Nature's taking care of that for you. It's National Mint Julep Day and World Multiple Sclerosis Day today, bringing a spotlight onto multiple sclerosis, a little awareness about it today. So it is World Multiple Sclerosis Day today. And on this date in 1935, the Bambino Babe Ruth played his final game as a professional baseball player. So that's some of your particulars for today. All right, let me bring up some of the particulars with regard to our forecast, and then we'll get off and running. First off, what you don't want to see, but what I will show you, is the radar picture. Again, as I mentioned, there are no warnings at the moment in effect across the area. We do have a flash flood watch that includes most of the area, and that's due to the saturation of the ground and additional rains aggravating streams, creeks, or maybe even flooding some roadways. And as always, I remind you to, if you encounter a flooded roadway, to turn around, do not drown. There's always another way to go. Right now, you can see some of the showers with heavier downpours, maybe even an isolated rumble of thunder moving by between Newcastle and Butler right now. So that would be up around the Prospect and Portersville area, just north of Zelienople. Also across Allegheny County, southern Beaver County, mainly through the North Hills is where we're seeing some of the heavier pushes of rain from Wexford down to just Ross Township. And also looks like up near Etna, Millville, getting a burst of rain at the moment as well. Washington County, and you can see some showers also moving by to the south, although there is a bit of a break in the action across Greene, Fayette, and Westmoreland County, although I do think everyone will be fair game to see some rain showers with kind of the final push of energy coming across the area in the next couple of hours. Everything is going to start to shift further east in the next 4 to 5 hours. All right, here's a look at your current conditions. Clouds and rain showers, keeping temperatures mainly in the 60s this afternoon. 68 right now, west wind at 10, dew point at 65, so still is relatively muggy outside. And again, we throw a shout out to the exclusive sponsor of WhiteBoard Weather. That is Chick-fil-A in Robinson. All right, here we go over to the weather maps, and you will see that boundary we've been talking about, this stalled out front, is finally going to get a push, and that has been sort of the highway for disturbances, and as a result, kind of triggering off, allowing some of this energy to trigger off the rounds of showers and thunderstorms we've seen since Tuesday. This right here is kind of the final piece of energy that moves across the area early this evening. So I think the showers that are in the area right now will be tapering off and ending in most cases by 7 at the latest 8 o'clock this evening. All right, we move ahead to tomorrow morning, your Friday morning, and you can see it starts off dry. The energy is pretty much at this point kind of shifting to the south. I think it's going to be mainly through the mid-Atlantic tomorrow. So as a result, we will see, drum roll please, a dry Friday from start until finish. I actually think we'll see some sunshine again tomorrow. You can see again the energy kind of lining up in through the Carolinas tomorrow, and we stay dry here tomorrow. Saturday, we're heading into the weekend. Here's the low right here and through the upper Midwest. Attached to it is a cold front. Now that is going to start kind of drifting further south. Saturday morning, it will be dry. But as that boundary, this front, starts to sink a little further south, I think we'll start to see the return of, you guessed it, some rain showers Saturday afternoon. This is Saturday morning again. You can see all is quiet here in western Pennsylvania with some rain showers back in through the lower Great Lakes. As I move ahead to the afternoon, this is primarily going to be after lunchtime. You can see green beginning to fill in. This is Saturday afternoon. low pressure back near Chicago. That low will track across the area Saturday evening, Saturday night, and move through Sunday morning. This is first thing Sunday morning. The low, which stands for low pressure or lousy, kicks some rain showers through here Sunday morning. And then as we move ahead to Sunday afternoon, we will see that low pulling away and drier weather returning as we head through Sunday afternoon. And then high pressure is going to build in for the early part of next week. And if you can stand it, we'll probably put together at least a couple days of totally dry weather early next week. So before we get to the whiteboard, just a quick breakdown for your planning purposes. Tomorrow looks like a dry day. No rain falling from the sky, but the ground is going to certainly stay saturated. And to your point, Mary, a lot of folks' grass needs to be cut, including mine. I'm not quite sure it's going to be cuttable tomorrow, given the fact that the ground is so wet. Maybe a tough task with as wet as the ground is. Saturday, early in the day, dry. Showers start developing in the afternoon, especially near and north of I-80, and then start to sink south Saturday evening. We'll wrap up some of the showers Sunday morning, so it looks like probably from about mid-morning on Sunday beyond, looks like dry weather, which should last into the early part of next week. All right, let's get to the whiteboard, break it on down for you. Shout out once again to Chick-fil-A Robinson, the exclusive sponsor of Whiteboard Weather. And our quote of the day is a familiar one for many of us. Rain, rain, go away. Don't come back again till August. All right, here we go. Your sunset tonight, 8:42. Sunrise is prior to 6 a.m. by 8 minutes. Average high 75 degrees, and we should be right in the ballpark of average over the weekend. As I mentioned, there's a flash flood watch in effect until 7 o'clock this evening. And a reminder, if you're going to be out driving and you get caught in one of those heavier bursts of rain, to turn around, don't drown if a roadway is covered in water. This is very general, and I know this. Everyone falls within this range, needless to say. Rain total since Tuesday, if you've been on the lower end of the scale, you've probably had about an inch of rain. If you've been on the higher end of the scale, which would probably be parts of Beaver, southern Butler, northern Allegheny, and Armstrong County, you've seen as much as 5 inches of rain since Tuesday. Here we go for tonight. Showers end. Let me repeat that. Showers end this evening, I think in most cases by 7 or 8 o'clock. 58, the low temperature, so we will get a little bit of a push of some slightly cooler air late tonight as it stays mostly cloudy. Then tomorrow, look, there's no rain. Just a little sunshine. Mixture of clouds and sunshine tomorrow. 76, the high temperature. Actually a pretty comfortable Friday. I think we're going to have mainly clear skies tomorrow night as we get a peek at that waning crescent moon. Then on Saturday, partly sunny skies. 76. I think the shower chance will return in the afternoon, especially for areas near and north of I-80. And then I think everyone will be fair game to see some scattered showers by late day and Saturday evening. Shower threat will wrap up Sunday morning, I think in most cases before 9 a.m. Then clouds and some peaks of afternoon sunshine, 73. Early next week, it does turn cooler, but it will be dry and sunny. Monday, 68, mostly sunny, and Tuesday, sunshine and 72 degrees. It's not too often that I look forward to a Monday, but I'm actually very much looking forward to next Monday. So that is your whiteboard for the end of this week and through the weekend and beyond, so you can plan accordingly. So that is the breakdown. Literally everything is a mess. I just got a message that my baseball game tonight, again, was canceled due to rain. That's 2 this week. And I'm not quite sure if you have baseball players in your family. I'm not quite sure when some of these fields are really going to be playable. Again, they just have to be destroyed. Speaking of baseball, the Pirates are back home tonight. They are playing the Milwaukee Brewers. I would think at this point, the start time of the game may be in jeopardy. They may not start at the scheduled 7:05 starting time, but they probably will play the game, given the fact that the rain showers should be wrapping up with, in most cases, as I said, by 7 or 8 o'clock. So there's a chance they could start on time, but I think a worst case scenario is that they may start a little late tonight, maybe 45 minutes to an hour over at PNC Park. As always, I ask you to please share whiteboard weather with your Facebook friends and beyond. And another reminder, if you missed the post I made yesterday, save the date. This is your video, save the date. June 18th. It's a Tuesday, 6 to 8 o'clock. I'm going to be at Chick-fil-A in Robinson. I'd like you all to join me there. We are going to have a Best of the Berg celebration and also celebrate 6 months of whiteboard weather. The middle part of June will be the 6-month kind of anniversary of the launching of whiteboard weather. So you are all invited to join me at Chick-fil-A in Robinson for some fun. We're going to have some music. Good brother Earl's going to be there, I'm sure, playing the whiteboard weather theme and more. They have a lot more songs in their repertoire, just not that one. Really good band. And we're going to have some games. Bring the kids. There'll be games for the kids, probably a craft. So I'll be reminding you, of course, in the next couple of weeks, but please make plans to join me at Chick-fil-A Robinson on Tuesday, June the 18th. All right, that is going to wrap it up for today. Again, there are no warnings in effect, just a flash flood watch until 7 o'clock this evening as sort of the final push of rain showers come across the area in the next few hours, and then drier skies work in for the start of the weekend. Have yourself a great rest of this Thursday, and I will talk to you mañana. Peace.